Okay, here we go, Aquarius. Let's start at the beginning. Two of Swords. It does feel like you're feeling a little protective. You're shying away from something. It does feel like you're protecting your heart a bit. So you may be starting a new relationship, starting a new job, starting something new that you're a little protective about your heart and a little closed off. So, open up your heart a little bit. A little bit doesn't mean you can't protect yourself and use your wisdom, but it does feel like that you're a little overly protective at this point. So release some of that energy so it can flow a little bit and you can work on what you've been working on for a while. But it does feel like you're feeling a little protective. It also does feel like there's something right in front of you that you're not paying attention to. So pull off that blinder, take a look at what's happening around you, do what you can for your responsibilities, leave the rest if it's not yours. But there does feel like there are some things in life that you really need to take a look at. Ignoring them will only make it worse. So what crosses you is the Temperance. So finding your balance, being open, and it does look like you're in a kind of a new rebirth cycle. The Temperance is finding your balance, finding your patience, doing what you have to do, accepting those responsibilities that have been created, and temper yourself. Temper yourself. So looks like you're finding the balance, trying to find the balance a little bit more. And this may be the juggle of life between kids and work and your partnership, aged parents. So it's just trying to embrace the juggle of life and find out a way that it works a little bit better for you. But you have to be present. You have to be present and pull this off to see what really needs to be dealt with. Okay, Aquarius, the Hangman is what is above you. And this is kind of like the Epiphany card. This is like, it's the same life that you've always had, but you're looking at things a little different. Your perspective has broadened. Your awareness has broadened. And it does feel like you're doing some healing work. It feels like it may be on the body or the mind level that you, and you know, maybe some of you have joined a self-help group, therapy, made a commitment to better health, whether it's physically or mentally. But it does feel like some aha moments have happened for you and that you're jumping in there and trying to make those changes. Just embrace them one at a time so you don't get overwhelmed and withdraw. So, but yeah, that's the Epiphany, the aha card. So it looks like incorporating all those lessons, all those changes that you have just embraced over the last couple of months, Aquarius. So the Ten of Wands upside down, and the Ten of Wands right side up is really very burdensome. Taking other people's burdens with you, emotional burdens, physical burdens, can't even meet codependency. But this is upside down, so it does look like you have made yourself a priority. You have released some responsibilities that aren't yours and really started being a little bit more present in your own life. So for many of you, it may be going back to school, getting a new job, rearranging schedules that work a little bit more for you instead of against you. But it does look like you've lightened your load in some form or fashion over the last couple of months. Seven of Swords, this is a bit of protection. This can be fear of theft, but it's feeling like there may be someone that you are trusting a little bit too much right at the beginning. So pull back some of your energy. It does look like it's igniting some of your fears of theft. It is right next to the Two of Swords, so you may be protecting your heart, or maybe emotionally healing from either a breakup or a change in relationship space. It could be even welcoming a new person, but there does feel like there's some fear about moving towards the future. It does feel like this orange cloak is lighting up. I am noticing a lot of orange in this reading, so it does feel like you're doing some healing for yourself on that level. As I say, physical or mental. It's right on the line of the Hangman. So, always protect yourself, but Make sure that it's not into the realm of paranoia, and it's not into the realm of holding you back from your greatness. Sometimes we have to walk through our fears and take a chance. The hangman's kind of dictating to take a chance and to do things a little differently than you have in the past, whether it's around love, home life, or work. It does feel like that epiphany incorporates all. So don't be afraid to take a step into the unknown and step through your fears, as well as protecting yourself. Here is the King of Wands. This is a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. This is in the future position, and it is an earth sign, very earthy person. This feels like it may be a mentor, a parent, someone you hold in great esteem that has a lot of physical or emotional strength. It does feel like they may need a little help from you to lighten their load. The orange is lighting up here for me as well, that they may be going through some physical challenges that you are able to help them with. But again, this is someone of either great wisdom, someone over 40 if they aren't wise, but someone of great integrity that is in the fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. So you may be called upon for a little extra help from either. It feels like a family member or a close family friend, but some close-knit person, mentor, father, grandfather, something like that. Could be even a brother that is ill. It does feel like the valence is male. The sun here is at the basis of this. This is new beginnings. It's one of the higher arcana cards. So it does look with this hangman, this epiphany, and kind of looking at things a little differently, that you are embracing some different things, taking a chance. It's kind of like you, it feels like you hibernated for a while until you didn't have the chance anymore, and then you were kind of thrust into the world unexpectedly. But new beginnings are always exciting, and it does feel like you're on a brand new adventure. So don't be afraid to lighten up on these fears a little bit. It does look like the pathway is one of abundance and positiveness. It does end in the Ace of Swords here. And that is clarity, that's learning, that's higher learning, things like that. So the sun is here. You have started on a brand new adventure. It's a little scary, but it's a lot of fun, and you're really learning new things about yourself and others. So the Page of Wands is here. Wands can be messages. Pages can be messages, and wands are usually action and can be important messages centered around your current situation, whether it's a love situation or you're looking for a job or looking for a promotion. So it does feel like you will get that information. But wands usually indicate an important message concerning your present situation, about work or a social situation. So you may be getting some invites or a new job, but it does look like you'll be getting some messages fairly soon about a situation that has been concerning you. The Six of Pentacles is here, and pentacles can be money, it's action, it's the earthly thing. So it does feel like a little organization is happening in your physical world. It does feel like you're trying to get your money under wraps a little bit in order. And it does feel like there is a bill or some kind of financial obligation that you are just now completing. With the 10 here, that tells me that you've been kind of working on your money for a while, and 10s are the last bit of the journey that you're on. So it does look like, don't give up before the miracle happens, Aquarius. It does feel like your money is getting a little bit more solvent. You're able to pay off some bills, and it does feel like a large financial burden is just about to be lifted, or just about the end of the payments type of thing. So that's good. That's excellent. The Ace of Swords is here. These are the God cards, the karma cards. I call it the hand of God. And Swords are intellect. Swords are, gathering information. So you may be studying for a new job, going back to school, but it looks like you're adding to your treasure trove of information. And information is power. So it does feel like you're collecting more information, and not only on the intellect level for work and for making money, but it also feels personally that you're looking into, could be some spiritual information that you're gathering, but it does look like you're fact gathering right now. It will help propel you into your greatness. On one side of this is the Three of Pentacles, which usually indicates finding balance, incorporating all these new lessons. It can stand for a little bit more spiritual understanding, the big picture type of thing. It does feel like a collective, that you are creating a collective or maybe even a group to glean some information off or add to other people's information, but it does look like an exchange of information. It feels spiritual in nature. On the other side is the Well, and this is a brand new card, but it is also of the higher echelon, and the Well is tapping into your own strength and your own spiritual awareness, using your guides, using your angels, taking it from a concept and putting it into the actual. And it's now a very physical time. So taking that information from the ethereal or the mental plane and putting it into the physical plane and really using it on the daily. So that may be meditating every day. That may be putting out positive affirmations, even picking up a self-help book or starting some kind of therapy. But you are tapping into your own well of strength and information is what it feels like. All right, Aquarius, that is your reading for the month of September. I'm going to throw a couple of these chakra cards for clarity. These are great one-word cards that bring it on home. Okay, wisdom. Yes, you are collecting wisdom. So this kind of validates that you are taking a step up spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and just really gathering information for your journey, and really adding to it. How does that look? Kind of the quest for wisdom is what I'm feeling. And being an air sign, that's really your realm. So it probably feels pretty darn comfortable. There we go. All right, in recovery. So you may be recovering from a heartache. You may be recovering from losing a job, losing a parent, losing something. It may even indicate real physical recovery from drugs or some kind of addiction. It can be even, codependency or changing your behavior. So you're recovering from some situation, habit, something like that. So continue that. I think that indicates all the orange that's happening here.